Hey everybody, Pastor Jim here from the Indian Lake Community Church in the Lighthouse of Indian Lake. Hope this finds you safe, happy, and well on this Wednesday afternoon. Beautiful blue skies, as you can see behind me, and just a gorgeous day outside here at the lake. And one of those days when I was a kid that the closer it would get to the start of school, the more I would start dreading the return of school because on a day like this, who wants to be inside, right? I mean, who wants to have to change out of shorts into jeans and actually go back to a schedule and be in a classroom and be confined all day, which is something that I was never good at, or kids were never really good at in my experience. And I know a lot of teachers and administrators won't appreciate this analogy, but I wrote a paper in college based on my thoughts and experiences with return to school and the first day of school. And in that, I compared it to if you were on your way to prison and you roll up to the gates that first time in the bus and you see the walls and you're like, this place can't hold me. I mean, that's kind of how I viewed it the first day of school every year. I was like, oh man, I don't want to be here. And it's a tough transition going from the freedom of summer, especially summer at the lake when you can be out and doing doing fishing and doing all these kinds of things, and suddenly boom, you're in a classroom. Yeah, that was hard every year. I never really enjoyed it. And the shocking thing to me was when I got married and I married a school teacher. I was just shocked to find out that teachers like their summers off too. I had no idea. I figured they spent the entire summer just really upset because, well, they weren't in school and they didn't have people like me, kids like me around them all day. I mean, that would be a bummer. I seriously never realized that, wait, teachers enjoyed their summer too. And so whether you're a teacher, you're administrator, coach, student, whatever, parent, going back to school, I mean, it's a transition every year. I mean, you go from your summer schedule into the fall and a busy time with school and schedules and athletics and programs and in a normal year and all these kinds of things. And it's a busy time of year. And I know some schools have already started back. I know the lake starts back next week. And this year more than ever, it's going to be trying. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a transition. It's going to be stressful, more so than even usual. And I know that's hard, and I'm praying for the school staff and administrators and parents and everybody as they go through this, that we can do this and have a productive and safe school year for all involved. We're still doing our hot dog and haircut event this coming Sunday afternoon, and we had to make a lot of changes to make sure that we were taking precautions for COVID and keeping everybody safe. And so, we had to make some changes just to make that event happen because we wanted to provide it for kids. For a kid who normally isn't able to be able to come in and get brand new school supplies and a haircut before they go back to school to be styling and a free hot dog and some food and the young lady from Marysville that's going to be here this year to hand out free clothes to any student who needs them. It's a beautiful event, and it's something that we're committed to doing. And Tara Cassioli and her crew, they work very hard on making that happen. And we're happy to be able to do it this year. We had to make some changes. It's been a little more work, a little more stress just for that reason, trying to make sure everybody stays safe with the whole COVID thing. But we're going to do it, and we're going to try to get the school year started off right for kids as best we can. And so with this new stress and worry and fear and anxiety going back to the school year, it really made me stop and think about, in a normal year it's hard. This year it is so much harder. And what advice can you give people? What advice can you give parents or students or administrators or anybody else? And I got to thinking, one of the things I fall back on in these situations of when it's uncertain, when there's uncertainty or doubt or fear or struggles, my favorite psalm is Psalm 46. And when we face difficulties and struggles, the words of Psalm 46 are just so powerful because if God can control this world, if he can make the mountains to quake and he can just control all of his creation, and he will not fail, is what it tells us, then he is in us too, and he won't let us fail, and he will help us through difficult times, trying times, and challenges. And so The night before you go back to school, if you're stressed, if you're worried, if you're anxious, doesn't matter if you're a teacher, coach, administrator, parent, student, or whoever, take a minute, if you would, and read Psalm 46 and let that sink in. That God is here. God is in control. God is always in charge. And let that just really help you through these difficult times and transitions. And so Psalm 46 reads, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear. Though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at the break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see the works of the Lord, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes war cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Think about that. The God of Jacob is our fortress. And when Psalm 46 says that God is within her, she will not fall, just remember that God is within each and every one of us, and we won't fall either. I encourage you as we get close to these days where school is starting and you might be stressed or worried or anxious or full of fear and doubt or anything else, just take these words to heart. Read Psalm 46 and remember that God is within you and you will not fall. God will help us at the break of day. So anyways, God bless. Praying for a great school year for teachers, coaches, administrators, students, bus drivers, cooks, anybody else that's involved in the education process. You're in our prayers. Let's extend a little understanding, grace, and mercy to each other as we all go through this process to provide the best possible learning situation in education for our young folks. Anyways, good to see you. God bless. Hope to talk to you soon.